Hey, beautiful beady besties. Long time no see, my loves. How are you guys? Well, that's not really, I've been around all weekend, so you guys might have seen me. I just haven't been here. But happy Monday, my friends. How are you guys? I hope you all had just an amazing, amazing weekend and a beautiful start to your new week. We're doing pretty good here, my friends. We're doing okay. I do apologize for not having a video in a while. It was just a crazy busy week. I had a lot of lives. I had a lot of impromptu road trips with Wayne for BMX related things. And I had to catch up with all of my admin work, like answering emails and doing comments and all that kind of stuff. By the way, guys, I just want to say, if you have written me an email, I do apologize if you have not got a response yet or if it was late. For some reason, a lot of my emails keep going to spam. Like, if it's a new email address, it'll like go to spam, and I didn't realize that was going on. So I'm trying to catch up with all of that as well. But you have me now, my friends. You have me now. And we also have a card to look at. So let's get into this. And then we will talk all about today. All right, my friends. Starve your distractions and feed your focus. It doesn't get much clearer than that, my friends. It really doesn't. I love that. It's a really pretty card too. Okay, so let's get into it, my friends. I think last we spoke, I was doing a little challenge, which, you guys, I'm sorry, just trying to put this card away. I have a little shoebox under my desk that I keep my cards in. So anyway, you guys just absolutely knocked my socks off with some of your suggestions for our new show name. So guys, if you are new, welcome. Hello. I'm so glad that you are here and that you found me. We have a look. So I'm gonna just start it backward. I'll make this kind of short. So long story long. A few months ago, I thought of a new challenge for myself, really, called the half-baked challenge. And behind that was the theory of, it wasn't quite design on the fly because it was beads that I had seen, either I had already unboxed or beads from my stash, beads that I had, that I have seen. Because to me, true design on the fly is seeing beads for the first time and then instantly designing with them. So these beads weren't quite designed on the fly. So I had maybe some little ideas, but not quite really, some half-baked ideas, you know what I'm saying? So anywho's, long story short, we did a couple of those, and then they kind of fell off for a minute, and I'm not really sure why. I think I got really busy with a lot of subscription boxes and stuff like that, but so then we started doing this cup challenge, which I think it's so much fun. I enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's just something different. I'm always looking for different ways to entertain you guys, to challenge myself, just because, there's only, we can only make jewelry and be so entertaining doing that. I wanted to add something a little extra. So it might not be for everybody, and I understand that, but it's fun. It's fun for me, and it is fun for a lot of you. So anyway, what we do is we put some ideas in a cup, and guys, I filled this cup up. I put different kind of ideas, and I'm going to bring in what we have on the table. And this isn't everything, guys. I have some boxes over to the side. This is just a small sampling of what is in this. So we have Sam's Seaside Escape. We have Jen's sparkle bag for June. But by the way, guys, her July bag's out. I did not get it, but it's her birthday bash, and it really looks amazing. So you sparkle bag friends, you better get on that. We have the ice cream cone from Bargain Bee Box. I got a little snippet of Jody's collection left. Danielle just recently gifted me this Sassy 60, so I have this in its entirety. I haven't even looked at everything yet. I have this little bundle I got from Bargain Bee Box last month that I haven't looked at yet. Well, we looked at it, but we haven't played with it. And then I also have this Bargain Bee Box is this from June? I think I made one pair of earrings from that, so that's pretty full. So these are a couple of things. Plus I have some boxes over to the side. Like we have Sam's bead box, Sweet Peach. We have a couple dollar bead boxes over here, I see. And all kinds of stuff like that. So basically what we do is, and I've also added some, guys. I added a bestie box in here, which if I pull that, I'll just I have my bestie shoe boxes, which are beads and fun things that friends send me here. That you get a shoe box and your name goes on it. And if I pull a bestie box, I might pull your box out. And then I also added some stash challenges. And guys, I added some throwback boxes. So I have some throwback boxes. I have a couple, not many. Sam's bead boxes, Jesse James bead boxes, and I have a couple DDs. But I have 2 whole shoe boxes full of bargain bead box bags. So a couple years ago, I went through a little bit of a depression, and I stopped beading for almost a year. So about 10 months. So in that time, I was just still buying this stuff. I was still subscribed, but the bags, I would look at them and then they'd go, I'd put them somewhere. So they are in their entirety. So there's also a bargain bead bag throwback in here. And what we'll do is we'll just grab a shoebox and we'll just yank one out and, have us a good time. All right, guys, I feel like I've talked enough. I'm doing a lot of explaining today, I feel like. So this is the gist of so we're going to pick kind of like a lotto. We'll pick one and then we'll kind of do a half-baked design on the fly. So a couple of your names though were so amazing. So I'm just going to say some of them. We had Bead Lovers Lotto. We had Spin, Sparkle, and Surprises. We had Timeless Treasures, Cup of Creations. I thought that was really cute. Beaded Brew, Lucky Charm Lottery, Inside My Head. And I believe that was Pauline or it was Tina that said that. And I believe, Tina, you gave me like his description and it was spot on. I thought that was really good. And Pauline had given us our Dream Mystery Inspired Beauty Box. And she had a whole explanation with hers too, which was on the money. I loved it. We have Pick and Play. We have Old Stashers. Creative Cocktail. I love that one too. Pick a Passion. Name That Project. There were so many good ones. There are just a couple. And so what I decided to go with, because when I saw it, I physically laughed out loud. And then it just made so much sense because it kind of goes with the whole half-baked. So the winner and what our new show will be called, it's called Shake and Make Half-Baked. So Shake and Bake has won my heart, you guys. And that was sent in to us by Lee9354. And I believe I know who you are, Lee. I believe, I don't want to say because I don't know why people are incognito. It's none of my business. But I did send you a message on Messenger, if it is who I think it is. And so I just need you to pick a box, my friend. You are the winner. And we have 2 boxes to choose from. These are past Jesse James boxes. So we have your Rainy Day, which, by the way, I accidentally called April Showers the other day, but who cares? So there's your Rainy Day with your Goose Geese Jennifer Miller strand. And then that's Jennifer. I have it on good authority, you guys, that is Jennifer Miller's favorite strand ever. Okay, and then we also have, in its entirety, Love Potion number 9. So, my dear friend, please pick one of those. Get back to me which one you want, and I will send that out. Sorry, that's my chair. But friends, we do have 2 boxes, right? So I thought I would put everybody's name that participated and tried to name the show. I put you all in the cup, and you will win whatever the other box that Lee will have her choice, and then you will get the other box. So I hope that's cool for all you because, guys, I love giving stuff away, which, by the way, reminds me, I am planning a live stream, my first live stream ever. I'm hopefully going to plan it for the end of this month. And I am curating a really nice little stash giveaway because we are going to be by 1,800 by then, 1,800 subscribers. And I think that's a good reason to celebrate, my friends. So I'll keep you in the loop. Okay. Yeah. All right, so winning box number 2. We have 1. Okay, we have 1. Loretta Spivak, you have won box number 2. I think we are friends on Facebook. If you want to send me a messenger, or you can email me. My email address will be in the description box. Send me your address and I will send that box out to you, my friend. Excuse me, there is a little fly flying around. I do apologize. They just, I don't know how to get rid of them. So let's talk. So I have the cup And we are going to do some jewelry today, my friends, because I'm feeling like I need some jewelry therapy. I'm going to try to not make this one 2 hours long, which I feel like we're already in 2 hours, but anywho's. Oh, I also put the Sam's Bee box, the new one, in here, but if I pull that one, I haven't unboxed it yet, so I have to put it back in. I just put it in here because I know I'll forget. Okay. So that's in here too. There is a bunch of stuff in here, my friends, and I'm super excited. All right. Here we go. Oh, that was two. I guess I got to put them both back in because I don't know which one I picked first. I'm trying to be fair, my friends, all in fairness. Just one. Okay. And we have Stash Buster. I do have some Stash Buster over here. But guys, so this Stash Buster is basically, I have some baskets over here, and I'll probably bring the baskets over. I'm not really sure what's in them. Just give me a real quick second. All right. I'm going to get the hang of that someday. So, Stash Buster. So basically, guys, I have a couple of these little baskets off to the side. Or I have some in this little caddy that I have. Beads that I've kind of thrown together that I want to make something with, but I'm just not sure. But I want to just throw them together anyway, so then, you know, they'll be there for when I'm ready, if that makes sense. And I'm so glad I actually picked this, because, guys, these beads have been sitting over on the side of my desk for quite some time now. There's probably all nature of cat nonsense in there and everything else. We'll probably unearth some whiskers and what have you, but so here are some things, and you guys remember this green boulder opal I got from Sam? I still haven't cut into this yet. I got these gorgeous, these were, I think, magnesite, or some, they look like green turquoise, but they're from Bargain Bee Box. I also have some of these shell. I have a couple other little things. Not necessarily everything is going to go into here, but just some ideas. Oh, I also have this tiger iron. I was wondering if these kind of looks like they go together. I think the boulder opal and the tiger iron. So I think we might be making something with them if they match nice enough. And I think they really do. I think they really look nice together. I have bought some tiger iron from Nile to go with this pendant, but it was a little too red. This one, can you see like that, the purple in there? There's like purpley hematite metallic in there in this tiger iron. It's gorgeous. So yeah, so this is what I thought. And then this boulder opal, it's green boulder opal. There's not a whole ton of green. A couple pieces have a little bit of green in them, but overall it's majorly like brown and caramel colors. So I wanted to bring in those little pops of green. So I had bought this strand thinking that, you know, this would kind of help complement those pops of green. So I thought that was a nice choice. Let me get a bead mat here before I break beads. And I forgot that I put this tiger iron over here, so I don't know what we're going to do as far as stringing, because I had thought we were going to use some soft wax. And we still could, but because this has such a big hole, I do like to use like leather and stuff like that. Well, let me think about that for a second. But let's lay this stuff out. And this is what I had put aside for myself. Then we have some check glass, and this is just really pretty. Almost looks kind of gemstone-like. And then we also have some of these check glass melons, which again, it's just not everything has to be used. I just brought them over because I thought they could go. Okay, so we have these kind of colors here. And I forget what these are, some kind of, I don't remember what they are. They're gemstones, and they're like a grade A, but I don't remember what they are. I don't want to guess because I'm really not sure. Ma'am, could you not do that? Thank you. But I thought they might look good, but I think that, I don't know if I like these together, so I'm probably not going to use these now because I had these in mind before I bought these, but I really like those a whole lot. So I'll put them to the side. Oh, I dropped something. Hold on, guys. I might use them, I might not. Okay. Let me bring out the dish so you can see some of these little smaller colors that we got going on. So these are like just a little spacer, but they're just this very pretty. You probably can't see it. I'm gonna maybe put some in my hand. It's like this greenish, like vintage greenish blue color in there. It's just very pretty. And I lost one, but it's similar to this color. But I thought that would be pretty as a little spacer accent. I also have, and these are gorgeous. I wish I had more. I don't know where they came from. Oh my gosh, Call, really? I'll get that one in a second because these were, okay. That was a cat that just flew across the, all right. These were a little pricey. I don't remember where I got them from, but look how milky and opally they are inside of there. I swear, you guys, come on now. Shaking the whole desk. Have cats, they say. Oh, they're just gorgeous. Yeah, I'll get the other one in a second. And then I have some of these are like lentils. I don't know. These are from past Sam's Bee Box, I think. And I thought they kind of matched the palette, but I wasn't 100% sure. So we'll just put those in the middle. And then finally, and I don't know how I'm feeling about these now. Oh, and I also brought in some copper. We're going to be doing copper for sure. I also have these gorgeous, aren't they beautiful? These are mother of pearl shell chips. And I thought these would be really pretty too. So here's the palette that we're looking at, my friends. And I love it. I think it's a beautiful palette. So now I just have to decide. And I know we're going to make a necklace for sure, because that's what I wanted to make with this, a necklace. For sure, this will be our pendant. We might also make a bracelet too. Because I think we're just going to do some stringing. I'm just trying to decide how we're going to do our pendant. Now, I could... I had an idea of doing kind of like... you know what? Give me a second. Let me grab a couple things so then you guys will know what I'm saying. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on. Whoop. And we're back. And we have the whole shaboodle here. The whole shebang and shaboodle. Here she is. So I kind of separated. These are the ones that have the more green in them, and these on this side have little to no green. So this way we can kind of disperse them. So we're not using all the green or all of that color. We're going to kind of do that. But I had an idea about making a bail with some seed beads here. And I don't know. I kind of want to use, so I'm going to use these for the stringing, but I think we're going to use these. And my idea is to make, and these are an 8/0 round Toho, and this is in the bronze color. I want to make a bail, so let me see. Here's my other dilemma. Which metal color should we use? So we have our brass color, and these are both the Soft Flex metallic. So we have our copper, and thank you so much again to my beautiful friend, Miss Rosalinda. I keep forgetting to thank you for this. She sent me just about every single color of Soft Flex that has ever been made. And so we have the antique, and we have the antique bronze and the antique copper. I'm thinking we're going to do the copper just because this is a beautiful color, but this is just a little bit brighter, and it kind of, I just think, wakens everything up. And here's the thing, guys, you're not even really going to see it, so I don't really think it matters, but I know it's there. So let's see here. Let me cut, and I'm going to see about how many loops. I think I'm going to do 3. I think 3 will sit here nice. So let me cut 3 pieces of this wire, and I don't know about how long I need it. I don't think I need it very long. Maybe about, is that maybe about 5 inches there? Maybe not even that long. And I thought this might be an interesting way. Like just something different as far as bails go. So let me pull out some OG crumps. So we're using our Soft Flex, so then we use our Soft Flex tubes. And this is my only dilemma, is if I use the bright copper, it is a little bit different color than these seed beads, but let me see if it's not too off. I mean, it's a little brighter, but I think in the grand scheme of things, my friends, it'll be quite all right. And that's okay if it's not. It's okay. So I'm going to pick 3 of these tubles out here. And these are the Soft Flex 2x2, I think. The ones that work the best with the magical crimping pliers. All right, which I also have. And so what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna start just loading some on, and we'll see. And then I'll do these two off camera because I don't want this to be too long. I'm just gonna be putting beads on here, so we'll just count together and see how many. Hopefully I have enough. If not, then I'll use the 11 O's. But these are just a little easier to string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, I should have got a little bead buddy. Hold on. Okay. I always do that, and then I bead buddy it to the mat. Oh no. This one might be too... Can you fit there, bro? Okay. So how did we say that was 8, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 2 on there. 13, 14, and 15. Let's see how long that is. 14, 15. Let's do 16, 17. Let's try 18. 18 sounds like a good number. Speaking about 18, have you guys seen what's going on over there on Softflex? Not Softflex, Silver Silk, with all of our teenage pictures going up? I'll tell you what. I look straight juvenile delinquent. Straight juvenile delinquent. All right, so I put a crimp tube on here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, and then we're going to take this side, and we're going to go through like this, we want to make a circle, okay? A circle. You could do a teardrop if you want, but I'm doing circles. That's my shape. That's my shape preference of the day. Mostly because I resemble a perfect one, but that's not for this. That's not for us to discuss today, my friends. We're making jewelry here today. Why is this so tight? I think I gotta... see if that helps. Sometimes it does. And then we'll see if we like this, and then I'll make 2 more, and then we'll get to stringing the necklace. Okay, there we go. So we're going to bring this through. Oh, I dropped it. Let's see. I love it. I kind of love it. Okay. So do we like 17? I think 17 is a good number. 18. That's right. We did 18. All right. Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in, friends. Let's go ahead and crimp that. Making sure we are not crimping seed beads. It's always very important. I've done that multiple times. I have crimped many a seed bead by accident. That's why I know what I'm talking about. I've lived through experience. Okay. And it might be a little finicky to get in here and crimp, but you guys work it out. You can work it out. Okay, let me just try to put it on its side a little bit more. And there we go, forming that ball shape. So then we don't have to use no stinking crimp covers. I mean, you can if you want. Listen, if you're a crimp cover fan, I adore you. I just can't do it. You are a better person than I. All right. I'm feeling like that's pretty secure. Whoopsie. And that's cute. Now, I could just stop at 1. But why would I do that? Why would I ever just stop at 1, my friends? And of course, we can spin the crimped area around and kind of, I mean, it might naturally spin, but if you put it on the underneath, you can't really see. So I'm going to make a couple more loops and then I'll be right back. And friends, we're back. So here's what she looks like with two. So I put 2 rings of seed beads on here, and I'm going to try a third, but I did want to show you that. And I thought we could put the third one on together since I have it already strung up for us. And the biggest learning curve here, guys, is to make sure that you are adding these like they're not crossing over each other, right? Everybody gets their own little party space. So let's find this crimp tube, which is right here. Okay, and we're going to put this side into this side. Okay, right. So that's what we have. We have a side going either way, and then we're just going to pull that, and that will bring that ring up. So let's see if we like 3 rings before we lock it in. I think that's going to be really cute. I'm a fan. So let's go ahead and lock that crimp in. I feel like that should be a game show. Lock that crimp in. Okay. I'm just having all kinds of ideas for fun shows, aren't I? All right. So let's get in here with our pliers. And we're going to crimp that. Bring it to the side a little bit. And then do your rotisserie dance. I'm a rotisserie chicken. Buck, buck, buck. Y'all, can you tell it's after midnight? Guys, I tried to get my sleep pattern right now. My sleep schedule is absolutely horrendous. I've literally been staying up until like 6 a.m. and then sleeping until 2, and it is not productive at all. Well, not quite 2, but late, my friends. I don't need to be living the life of Riley over here. I got bills to pay. But so I tried to fix my sleep schedule and stayed up all night last night. I think I might have maybe fell asleep for like a half an hour after my husband left for work, but it was still dark out when I woke up. It was probably like not quite 6 a.m. And so I decided to stay up. I went to bed at like 4, so I was not in there very long. And so I'm a little punchy, friends. But I did have to take a nap today. Look, you really can't see that crimp bead really listen, hold on. Where was it? I just saw it. There's the crimp bead right there. It really kind of blends in. You really can't tell. So here's our pendant, and I love that for us. And so we're going to slide our bead stringing wire through here. And why I made it a little bit bigger, see, we made this little bit of space. And so then we can take our bead stringing wire. And I'm trying to think about how long do I want this necklace. I did not bring over my ruler. So I think I want it like about maybe 21 inches, maybe 21 to 22 inches. So let me cut way more bead stringing wire than I need. We're not going to work off this spool today because I want to bead from both sides. I sometimes like to do that too. Okay. So here's our massive piece of bead stringing wire. And so I think, now guys, I was thinking about using these copper balls as spacers, but now that I've brought in the seed beads, and I do this all the time, and you guys probably already know that about me, and you probably already knew that I was going to do this before I did, but so I'm going to bring these in as my spacers instead, but I also have the 11 O's, so I'm not sure, so I'll pour a little bit of both out. They're the same color, so I don't know what size I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use, I think this will, let me just see if this will fit. So let's do 1, 2, you don't really have to count. I'm just going to put a whole bunch on here. Just to see if that pendant will fit. I think it will because these are still small. And we've created enough space that I think they'll be fine. And then we'll just have to put a bead on either side. Probably one of these. I don't think these will go through. But let's just see. Okay. And then let's load this through all of our wires. And then bring it to the middle. It's kind of hard when you're laying it down, but yeah. So it'll sit like that, right? And that's really cute. That might be too many. I might take a couple off, but is this big enough to jump over this bead? Is what my question is. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's fine. We could also put the boulder opal there, and that will definitely keep it from it ain't nothing fitting through there. Okay, let's just see. Oh guys, what if we, oh look at this, what if we crimped it here? What do we think about that? Like crimping it here and then having it come out. Ooh, I like it. That's what we're gonna do. I didn't think that's what we were gonna do, but that's what I think we're gonna do. I'm just gonna add on 2 more to each side. 1 more to each side. Right? 1 more to each. Oh, we gotta pull out more. Sir, mister. That's all right. I'll just put 2 on this side. It doesn't matter what side. Okay. And then also gotta grab some more scrimps. Probably should take a bunch out. I didn't know this was going to be a scrimp happy project, my friends. I had no idea. We're learning together. I love when that happens. Let's actually take, I think we're only going to need 3 more scrimps. Because that's enough. because these are expensive and I need to get some more. I'm running out. All right. So let's go ahead. Put these together. And crimp. See how that looks. I don't know. I think that was kind of cute. Dude. You know what it is, guys? I think I was feeling a little bit off, and I think I know why. I'm not using this one. I don't know why he's giving me an issue. I don't have any music on. I just realized it's awfully quiet. Oh my gosh. They will fit on both strands, I promise. We just have to figure it out. Go. Okay. Use your tools if you must. There we go. All right, so let's bring this down and let's keep our, let's see what's happening here. There we go. That's cute. That's cute. What do we think? I originally just had it like floating around, but I kind of like that. And then we can spread out the wires. Let me just get this. And now the most important thing when you do this is you want to make sure that, you know, of course, everybody's evenly distributed. So there's not too much wire showing on either side. There might be a little bit, guys, but that's all right. But you want to make sure that you're crimping your strands next to each other. So I will sometimes hold them out while I crimp. So this way I know that they're going to crimp side by side. So this way they're not like behind each other and then they twist. And that's just stinky. You don't want no twisty jewelry. It's not a good look. All right. So bring in our crimping pliers in here. We are right at that base of that crimp. And I am holding these wires apart like so. And we're crimping. Lock that crimp in. And then we're going to bring it to the side. Guys, make sure you're not cracking seed beads. When I say guys, I really mean Carl. Make sure you're not cracking seed beads because I went a little crazy with that crimp. I don't know. You know, like I was too busy. I was too concerned about holding the sides next to each other that it got a little goofy on me, but that's okay. Oh, that was almost a seed bead call. That would have been bad. All right. I'm just prettying this up a little bit. That's looking good. That is looking good. Kind of. Well, it's okay. Not the best crimp job I did in there, but it's crimped in. It will work. So this is what we have now. That's really cute. I love that. Okay. See, guys, this is what I'm saying, like half-baked. Like, I didn't know I was going to do that. It just kind of came to me, so that's what this show is about. I'm sorry, taking a drink of iced coffee at midnight, and that doesn't tell you about my existential problems. I don't know what does. So anyway, when I do actual true design on the fly, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I don't come up with the best ideas because I'm rushing myself, and I feel like I come up with better ideas when I'm not rushing myself. So I'm not like the biggest fan of design on the fly, but this is fun for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple of these 11 O's here on the ends, just to kind of help spread those wires out a little bit more, but not cause like a whole lot of gappage issues. So we'll bring those down, and then we'll bring 3 down on this side. Yeah, this is a really cool idea. Sir. I hope everything is even too. I think I tried to keep it even. Hopefully it's enough wire. I'm glad I cut myself a little. See, friends, this is why I cut myself extra, because you just never know. My brain is just, where did these come from? Okay. So there we go. So now we have this, and it's kind of, see, those kind of separate that out a little bit. And I love that. We still have, I mean, you could also, if you wanted to put a bead cap, you could drop if we had a big enough whole bead to drop on there, that would be cute too, to kind of cover up that crimp. Look at me already changing. I don't think, no, those aren't going to be big enough. Give me a second. Let me see what I got as far as spacers. Okay, friends, and we're back. And so I brought a couple options out for us to kind of, I really don't love how that crimp bead looks. So it's not that the crimp bead looks bad, but I just didn't like how that formation looks. So I want to kind of cover that area up a little bit. I think this one might be too big. It's pretty though. See, that will go right over that, and then but I think that's just a little too clunky. Yeah. I mean, guys, this project's got some big clunky beads, but I don't know if that's right for us. Let's see. I have these like ropey wave ones. I don't know. They don't look bad. See how that covers up? It just covers up that area really nicely. Okay, that's a good option. I'm just checking out what we have. I also have one of these dotted ones, which is very similar to the one we just had on, just a little different. That's really cute too. And then we just have these plain ones, which are just a plain little spacer with the large hole. So I brought over some of my smaller large hole spacers. And in copper, I have several. I have more over next to me, but I thought these would be the best. And that's cute too. And that's very, I would probably want to put 2 on there. It's very minimal. I think I might actually go with this one, because that one's got dots and it kind of blends in really nicely with the bail portion. But that's not terrible. But I think we're going to go with this guy. So let's move these guys. We'll just put them in this dish for right now. I don't want to lose them. Okay. So let's put this guy on. All right. And then I'm going to also, I don't know if both wires will go through one of these. Yeah, 11O. So I'm also going to slide an 11O down too, to kind of just give him a little bit more stability in there, hold him into place. And then we're going to separate these wires. And now we're going to start with our three on each side of these. Oh, they're going to be a pain in the butt, aren't they? The 11 O's. I struggle with the 11 O's. We might stick with the other ones as spacers throughout the project, but this is just because these are a little bit smaller, so it'll make that gap just a little bit, you know, easier. It's just that they're so frustrating to to string. Come on, man. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Guys, look at my nails, aren't they cute? You know, I feel so bad because I did these last week, like last Wednesday. And I was like, ooh, and then I was so busy doing stuff, and you know, that you guys, it's like been almost a week. No, not quite a week, but you're finally getting to see them. That's okay. Oh my gosh, Carl, really? How many more do we need on this side? Please just tell me one more. Oh my gosh. Hot Mess Express. It was just one more. One more, Carl. You can do it. You got it, girl. You got it, girl. Okay. There we go. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, that looks really cute. And then, like I said, that little other one on top just really stabilizes that. Okay, so now let's add a pop of color, my friends. Let's add a pop of color. And I think we should go with some of these melons. So let's do a little pop of melon color. A little melon curly. Should I just do one? Yeah, let's just see what one looks like. Let's see if we like that. Maybe we'll do a couple. It's a really pretty color. Let's add a little color in here. And then we might add this again a little bit further up. But just some pops of color in here. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to love it, but we're going to see. We're going to see. My friend, oh, that's right. You are so right, sissy. Thank you for reminding me. I had these little guys. Let's do these little guys. I think those will be better. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Because I like to graduate, right? So we have little beads here. So I'm graduating the little beads up into the big adult beads. And I think this will look a lot better than those other ones. We're still going to use them, but... Oh, look at the difference. Yes, that is so much better. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. I will hold this up so you can maybe see the color a little better, but I know my camera field is it's a little washed out because my lights, I don't know what's going on here, but isn't that color gorgeous? I don't know if you can see it. It's just so beautiful. Okay. Oh, yeah, I love that a whole lot. So then we're also... Well, I guess we'll graduate to these now. So let's put one of these in between. Just one, call. Just one on each side. I'm wondering if it would just be quicker for me to just beat up the one side together and then I can beat up the other side. So this way we're not, because this is going to be like a really long video for you guys. That is so pretty. So guys, what do you think we do now? Do we add a bolder opal or do we add one of these and then do a bolder opal? That's pretty. Let's do one of the ones that has a little bit more green in the front so you can really see them. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, call. That's enough. But seriously, guys, toot your horn, okay? I don't know if we're going to use these shell now. I don't know if there's going to be... I don't know if there's going to be enough room. Like, let's see. Let's add a little shell portion and see what we think about it. And then we'll stack the little small guys in between them. Maybe we'll do like a little stack of 5. I don't know, 4 or 5. Just to see how they look, right? Just to see how they look. Oh, in the meanwhile, let me put a bead buddy on this side because that is just ingredients of heartbreak right there, my friends. Do we have any of the little guys? Yeah. Little bead buddy. There you go. Okay. So, okay, yeah. So then let's put one of these little guys in between each so they can really like shine. And also, guys, pro tip, when you have a lot of stuff like this that's irregular shaped, if you put a little seed bead in between, it really helps even that irregularity out. So then they're not like, because sometimes if you lay them directly on each other, which I do that sometimes too with chips, I'll lay them directly on each other. But sometimes if they're cut a little different, they might like, you might see wire and stuff through there. So that's just what I do. Sometimes I find a little seed bead really kind of accentuates that. And so then you can see the whole complete shape of, you know, the irregular shape, and it's just more interesting. Somebody like this one's like, that might, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to use that one. That might hurt somebody. Ooh, that looks like a shark's tooth. Do, 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 do. They're so pretty on the strand that when you get them into chips, they're still beautiful, but it's like, oh wow, y'all look really different now. All right, so this is 4. So we'll see how that looks. And then of course I'll have to match up other ones for the other side, but that's okay. Oh my gosh. Go, go, go. Or wait, do we want to use, oh yeah, let's use the bigger one here. Since we're coming to the end of that pattern series. Let's see if we like that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I have to say, my friends, I am a little bit smitten. I'm a little smitten. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna do the one side. That's what we're gonna concentrate on the one side. I'll pause it. We'll do the other side, and then maybe we'll do some earrings or something. Or maybe we can do, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's just figure out our next pattern here. So this is what I'm thinking. Maybe we put in, to bring a little bit of lightness. What do we feel about that? I don't know. I don't know if I want to bring in, I think I want to keep this like, I don't know if I want to bring this tone in. Well, how about we just go with, why don't we go with one of these brown ones? And then, yeah, let's do another one of these green ones. I know we didn't do a brown one down there, but that's okay. That will kind of like break us up. Okay, I like it. Right, and then we're gonna do one of those, and then we're gonna do one of the more browner ones over here. Oops. Okay, and then we're gonna do another one of these, and another one of those, and another one of these. And let's see how we like that. Do we love that? I think it's kind of pretty. Really pretty. Okay, so now I wonder if we do another portion of shell here, or do we just do the one portion of shell and then just do the rest like this green turquoise and these drugs and maybe these melons. Yeah, Danny says yeah, she thinks she likes that idea. Like, I'm trying to decide how many of these Boulder Opal I want on here, guys, because they're pretty heavy. And I don't want this to be, like, so cumbersome to wear, you know? Do we just do those? Or do I do another shell portion? Maybe I'll do another shell portion. You know what, guys? I have more shells, too. So we have more selection here. I think there's more in the bag, too. There was this one's a whole heaping strand. Look at all these shells. All right, let's do another shell portion. These should be fun. These should be fun to, oh, that's a chunker. These should be fun to match up on the other side. You want to make sure I'm not getting like really sharp ones. I'm not sharp, but they're a little angular. Look at that one. That one's crazy. Like, I guess together they look better. I don't know. They're beautiful. I'm not knocking them or anything. Guys, can you tell the mania is setting in? I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying some of the shapes are kind of funky. All right. I don't know if the mania set it. Mania is setting in. I felt like it was setting in a couple times this week. I will tell you that. Mania. Maybe we'll put little bit smaller ones up this. Oh, that's right. We're doing the little ones. Thank you, Shirley. Okay. Maybe we'll keep the chunkers in the front, and then we'll make these a little bit smaller. I don't know. That one's pretty chunky, but that's okay. All right. And then we'll do one more. But then I think we're going to be done with the boulder opal. I think, because I want to save some for the bracelet too. And I think I was supposed to send some of these to Gina. I don't remember. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's taken. I know I'm awfully selective. I know. No, I don't like that. There we go. That one's pretty. Okay. All right. So I'm feeling good about that. That's looking beautiful. Thank God I put the bead buddy on that side. That's looking really pretty. So let's measure this. So we're looking at about not quite 6 inches. So then that would be 12. So we have to add another 5 inches, I think. About 4.5 to 5 inches on each side. Hopefully we have enough bead string wire. Okay, about 7 inches. We also have to think about closures. I didn't bring any closures over. All right, so I think I'm going to put one more of these beautiful, I think they're magnesite or magnesite, but they look like green turquoise to me. And then what do we want to do? Maybe we'll drop one of these on. Okay, that's looking good. So we can bring the brown back in, but without the big giant chunky beads. So this way we can bring in some more of our colors. Do we want to bring this melon in? Let's see what we think about it. Oh yeah, that's pretty. That's really pretty. So let's do a section of these, but I'm gonna use, or should I just use these? Because these melons are kind of dainty. I think I want to use the smaller. I think we're gonna switch over to the pain in the butt ones. This is just how my brain is working tonight. So I think I'm gonna do a little, should we do a little section of 3 maybe? I sometimes think it's a little bit of a color blocking, looks cute. Okay. Let's see if we like that. Oh yeah, that's cute. And then we'll do another one of these. Guys, I put music on while I was away. I don't know if you can hear it. I put it very, very low because I don't want, you know, I don't want anybody to get, you know, they don't like, not everybody likes to hear music in the background. I totally understand that. Sorry, the end was a little weird. Okay. So now what do we do? I'm gonna do another 3 of these because I'm just trying to space it out, you know, as much as I can. And sometimes you just gotta use your smaller beads and just use a lot of them and space it out. Save your bigger beads for the front. Put your smaller beads in the back. Also, sometimes smaller beads, putting smaller beads up towards the back portion of the necklace is sometimes a little more comfortable for some folks to wear as well. You know, I'm not a necklace person, guys. I don't wear a lot of necklaces, but sometimes they're weighty around your neck and they get chunky and you sweat and all the things, and I don't know. All right, so that's what we got. So we have 2 sections of that, and that's looking very pretty. I love all these colors together. I understand it's a little bit more on the blue side or the lighter blue-green side than this, but I think it's very complementary. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's see where we are now. I gotta get one of those soft measuring tapes. I think those are easier sometimes. Okay, so we're at about 8 inches now. So that's 16 inches. So let's add, we gotta add about 2 more inches on each side, plus the clasp and the crimping. That'll be about another inch. Maybe we'll just make this around the 20-inch mark. Okay, so how many of these do I have? Because I think we might finish with these 2. Let's see if we like that. These are really pretty. I need to start getting rid of some of these beads too, guys. I just have bags of beads laying around and don't have a home. And if I make something with them, then I don't have to worry about giving them a home. So it works out. Can't tell which is which here. Okay. Okay, and let's, I think, let me see if we want to finish with these. Oh, that's really pretty. It's really pretty. Oh, there's 2 here. Oh my goodness, look what happened. Oh my gosh. I missed that one. I didn't hear you yelling loud enough, apparently. Well, I guess I must have heard somebody because I did catch it. Oh dear. All right. And I have several of these, but I think I'm going to do, I think I am going to break it up with another brown one. We'll see how that looks. I don't know, they might look too big. I think that's good. I like that. So how many did I put? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me make sure I put 4 aside for this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I have plenty, friends. 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have 5 left. So I have enough for earrings if I so choose. All right. And then this should be about it, I would say. And this is another reason I like using these little seed beads, is because they help you space your stuff out, right? I don't know. I just kind of like the way they look too. I just think it makes everything look pretty. All right. We are almost done. And then we'll take another measure, and I think we should be pretty close. I'm looking for a solid 9, 9.5, right? Oh, like, where are we? Hold on. Oh, cool. So we're at about almost 10, so that's perfect. So we're going to stop there. And then I'm just going to put one of these on. And another bead bug. And I will hold this up so you guys can see the pattern, and then I will finish the other side and we will come back together. Oh, I have to, oh wait, I will crimp this side first. What am I talking about? I'll crimp this side and then I'll come back and finish the other side. Oh, sorry. But this is what we have. It's just really pretty. I love that. Okay. So let's crimp this. Oh, you know what, guys? I did not get my wire guardians. But this is really thick wire. I don't think we need wire guardians. So, oh no. I just lost a crimp bead. Crimp tube. Just shot across my desk. These are too expensive for y'all to be just shooting across the desk all haphazardly like. You better get a job, start supporting yourself where y'all take off on your little journeys, okay? Sorry, guys. I had to talk to the crimp beads. They're acting silly. All right. Okay, and I'm going to bring this down. And then also, I'm going to bring it through that 8-0 as well. Kind of stuff. So we'll bring that down. And the most important thing is you want to, I'm gonna hold this down so my gravity will bring all that down, but then I'm going to do this so we don't crimp a crunch, my friends, so we don't crimp a crunch. This way, if you do this, you won't have to worry about, oh, am I getting enough flexibility in here? This looks pretty flexible, so crimp it and forget it. Oh, what is going on, ma'am? My dog is demanding of my attention. I think she probably has to go outside. Yeah? All right. I'm almost on this side. There we go. Crimp it. Lock it in. Lock that in. And the reason why I like to put it through another bead is so I can hold my wire down here and it's not in the way of my crimping site. You can't always get that with every single bead, but when I can fit that through the next bead, I like to do that. Okay. Give that the tug test. I think that is looking nice. I just give it a couple little extra squishes for good measure. All right, hey. There we go. And there is one half of our necklace. I'll be right back, friends. Okay, friends, and we're back. And as you can see, I've also been puttering around with other things, but here we go. We are strung up. I did save the crimping for us to do together. Let me see where that crimp tube is, just because I thought it would be fun to crimp together. So now this necklace is going to be, and this is without the toggle, and I did find a really pretty toggle, you guys, to go on here. But without that, it is 20 inches. So with that toggle, it'll probably be about 21 inches. So I am very happy at how the size came out. It's almost exactly what I wanted. I wanted about 21 to 22 inches. Okay. And so again, we're going to do the little, the spiral because we don't want to crunch crimp. Okay. And we are going to try to keep these loops similar. And it is a loop a little bit on the smaller side. So let's go ahead and pull that loop down just a little bit, make that a little bit smaller. Okay. Yeah, I was gone for a little while, guys. Sorry. I had to walk the dog and all kinds of stuff. And then I figured, well, while I'm gone, I'll edit my my existing pieces of my video, so I'll have less to edit later. And so while I was doing that, I said, oh, let's make some earrings too, and maybe a bracelet. But I know this video is already probably like an hour right now, so I want to kind of to be, you know, have an idea of what we were doing. So I just put some stuff together, guys. Okay, just put some stuff together. Oops. What are we doing in here, Kyle? There we go. Okay. All right, and that's looking good. So guys, I love how this necklace came out. I think it's super fun. Look how beautiful. And because this little middle part is kind of like a triangle, where did I put them? Oh, I found these toggles in my stash, and there's 3 of them, I think. So we'll have one for our bracelet and one for our necklace. I'll show them to you in a second. I think I got these from Bargain Bead Box. And they're just like a little triangle with some scroll work. And I thought that would be really pretty. Let me see if I like this. Is this going to fit okay? Yeah, and see how much longer this bar is? So I think that'll work out really well. Okay, I'm loving that. So let me just get some jump rings. So I think we're just going to use some little 5mm jump rings here. Oh, guys, did you see the Bargain Bead Box, the cat bundle today, guys? I almost got it. So I have a little story. And it reminded me because I had some jump rings in my cart, but so I was like, ooh, guys, I haven't really been paying attention to, I think we just need 2 for that. And I'm going to take 2 out for the bracelet. I really haven't been paying attention because I'm a little bit going through my depression. When I say depression, I mean, my like bank depression, or like my bank is real depressed right now, and that's okay because we're trying to do adult things and work on fixing our credit. So sometimes we have to go on shopping freezes. And so I wasn't looking at any of the videos, guys. I didn't see any of the bundles. I didn't know what they looked like because I had no plans on ordering them, and I didn't want to torture myself. But anyways, so long story short, I was talking to Kristen earlier, and she had told me about the cats. Now, I don't want Kristen to feel bad. I'm not blaming her because she didn't know I wasn't looking at them. So when she said cats, I was instantly like, oh, I have to go look. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to get it because let's treat ourselves anyway. And it's all about the cats, right? Well, long story short, while I was waiting for 8 o'clock for it to drop, I put a few things in my cart that I needed. Just a few. I think I had like 12 things in there. Mostly findings and stuff like jump rings and stuff like that. Not too many beads. I had a lot of spacers in there. Stuff like that. But anyway, and I put my coupon code. Like, I was ready to go. I was just ready to, when that bundle dropped, I was going to grab it, stick it in my cart, and go check out. So anyway, long story short, I set my alarm for 8 o'clock. And 8 o'clock came, and I think I was in the middle of doing dishes or something. I forget what I was doing, but I was like, it's okay. I'm almost done this. It should not sell out in the first couple minutes. So I think by the time I got to the website, it was like 8:02 or 8:03, something like that. It was only a couple minutes after 8. And I couldn't find it. And I was like, are you serious? Because I know they've been selling out really fast. So I'm like, are you serious? And I know that there's a lot of cat ladies in our community. So I believe that it was sold out. I was like, well, hippity skippity. I mean, it's already gone. So I kind of went through a little hissy fit and just emptied my cart and I left. I was like, that's it. I'm putting all my toys back and I'm leaving. I wasn't quite like that. I wasn't that mad. I was kind of relieved because when I saw how much it cost, I'm going to be honest with you, I probably would have put it back anyway. I probably wouldn't. Not that the value and all that, but I had in my brain it was going to be like in the mid to high 30s. And so I was like, okay. So then adding the stuff that I put into my cart, I was trying not to go over 50. And then when they pulled the bundle out and that was 50 alone, yeah. So it already exceeded my budget. So I'm kind of glad. So anyway, long story short, I was like, well, now I need to buy something because I feel the need to shop. I'm just going to get a tray, guys, so I can show you this necklace. And so then I remember that Nile just put up his pop-up shop on Sunday. And that he had a couple new kits over there. And one was like the pink oceanic kit. And one was like the blue oceanic kit. And the pink one I thought was really intriguing. And so I went over there. And there was only 4 left. So I grabbed one of those. So I did not get the cat bundle. But I did get a silver silk bundle. So don't cry for me, Argentina. But incidentally, I believe Kristen got me the cat box, and we're going to do a live with it, maybe, probably at the end of the month. Kristen and I will do a live with it, and then we'll make some stuff, design on the flizzy. That's really pretty. I really love how this came out. I love the colors. I think they all go together really nice. So let's make a quick pair of earrings and string together a bracelet. Yeah, because she messaged me, and she's like, well, I picked you up one. And I was like, she's always spoiling me over there, that Kristen. I love her so much. Guys, I'll put Kristen's channel in the description box. She's going to start filming soon. I'm so excited for that. All right, so with these earrings, I pulled in some of these little, they're like a lentil, and I thought they kind of looked really good with this set. So I'm going to bring in some 22 gauge German style wire in this bronzy color. And I'm going to cut about 7 inches. I can put that away. And I'll show you what, oh, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. I'll show you what I did. So this is what this looks like. So I stacked up some of these magnezites and I put one of those little beautiful rondelles at the top. And then I just did not a crazy, I didn't wrap around every bead. I just did a fun little swirl with the wire. And so that's what we have. I didn't even put an ear wire on it yet. That's okay. All right, so let's just go ahead, get our round nose pliers, get all of our pliers together that we need for this project. Okay. So, yeah, so then we were talking, and I had mentioned about getting the courage up, because, guys, I did a lot of lives this weekend. Some I moderated, some I just crashed. If you guys are over there with Becky on Friday night, you saw that. And then one I actually made jewelry on, so I did all the whole thing, my friends, and I'm starting to get a little more confidence. So I want to start doing lives like once a month. I was gonna like do the whole the whole YouTube group thing, like the memberships, and do lives. Because I tried to do a live on here before and it did not end well. It's a long story, my friends, but we're gonna do a live at the end of the month, and we'll talk more about that later. But I think we might have Kristen on, and we might play with that bundle. So I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to bring in my step bell making pliers, because I want to make a little bit bigger of a loop here, because I want this to kind of stand out a little more. So what I'm going to do is, and you got your like small, next small, this one. We're going to go with this side here, because I think that'll make us a really nice loop. So we're going over the mandrel. We're going to spin that plier and back over, just like you would with regular pliers, just a little bit bigger. And then we have this loop here. And then we're going to open that loop gently. Let me just bring this wire back up a little. There we go. Just going to open this gently. And then figure out what side. I think we want this side, so we'll put that on backwards. Because if we put it on backwards, then it should flip around and be frontwards. Sage wisdom, my friend, sage wisdom. Let's see if I'm right. Here we go. And then we're all right. There we go. Nope, that's the side I wanted. That's okay. It doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and wrap this. So we're going to go ahead and close that little door that we made. And then I will get my, one of my pliers. It doesn't matter which ones. Oh my gosh. I just bent that right out, didn't I, Carl? Oh my gosh. Carl, what did you do? The wire got stuck and just bent that out of shape. Let's see if we can fix it. Let's see if we can fix it. We should be able to fix it. Just wire, friends. It's just wire. We should be able to fix it. Matter of fact, I might just wrap it on the mandrel. I don't know. I don't know how. Oh, that's an egg. Look at that. Okay. Well, friends, I gotta cut another piece of wire, I think. That's a whole egg right there. That's a whole egg. Don't worry, friends. That's a big scrap. We will reuse that scrap. But I don't want to get stuck and not have enough wire. So where is the beginning of this? I never know. Kind of matches my life. Like, where does my life begin and end? I have no idea on most days. There we go. I found you. Okay. Now I'm just cutting a piece of wire here. Maybe I should measure it. Maybe I should measure it. You never know. I should probably measure it. Okay. I've measured it. There we are. Oh, and I've dropped it at 2. My goodness. Hold on a second. Oh, sorry, Danny. I didn't know you were behind me. You guys, oh my gosh. I think it was on Becky's live as well as Jennifer's live. Every time I looked around, there was like cats everywhere. I think all 5 cats in my office. I was talking to somebody, and they were saying that their son, he was so cute. Our beautiful friend Chrissy over there at the Gemstone Orphanage. Welcome aboard, my love. She was saying that her son was counting the cats in the background, and he counted 5. And I said, yeah, that's all of them. I thought that was so cute. All right, let's try this again, my friends, without the drama. Okay, we're going to go on this loop without the drama. Spinny dinny. Bring that up, make sure that's a nice looking loop. Okay, we're going to open this up a little bit. And let's see if we can get the right side on this time. So if we did that one backwards, and then this will flip over. I don't know if that's true or not. It doesn't really matter. Oh, look, I did it right this time. I kind of like this to be the front, so. All right, let's try not to make a mess here, my friends. So you want to put your pliers right there, kind of where that cross is. And then I am going to switch hands. And I'm going to take this plier. And this is going to look kind of awkward, but it's not, I promise. Make sure, oops, make sure, there we go. Okay, I see why now. This is going this way. It's hard for me to see sometimes with all these lights. Okay. And we're just going to make a couple wraps here. We're trying to make, usually I do finger wraps, but this is going to be a particular, like I want it to look a particular way. So I want to take my time with this one. See how pretty that looks? It just looks pretty. That's a nice, pretty, clean wrap. It's a nice loop. And it just gives it a little bit, you know, a little bit of decorative touch there. So we're going to go ahead and snip that off. And I'm going to find our baby pliers. And we're going to find that little sticky alley. And we're just going to kind of poke, just kind of press them down a little bit. Okay, just like that. All right. And then we are going to start stacking. So we're going to stack one of these magnesites, zezites. And then we're going to put, and then we're going to put 11 O. I think I used 11 O's. Yes. We're going to put the 11 O in there. And then another magnezite. I'm going to call them green turquoise because that's what they look like, my friends. I have way too many tools on my desk here. It's causing me to have some ADHD issues. All right. Then we're going to do one more of these, and then we're going to put this beautiful little guy on top. Okay. And that is what we're looking like. Sorry. Okay. So now we're going to make our bend up here. Okay, I don't need these anymore, so they can go over there. All right. So we have to find out which. Okay. So our bend is going to be going opposite of that loop at the bottom, because that's the way our ear wires. There we go. And now we're just going to bring in our regular old round nose pliers. Okay. Up and over. Spin that around. Bring that to this side. Rotate. You don't have to rotate. I just do. It's just, I don't know. It's the way I do it. Right? And then we're going to take this and we're going to make some nice wraps in here. And we're going to make about 3. Now, mind you, the front is underneath. So we're going to move this and then we're going to take it off the plier. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of just spiral this around. I'm not really holding it like real close to the bead, right? I'm just kind of spiraling it around, just very organically. Just very organically. Just to give it some interest, you know? See how it's just a real organic spiral. Okay, Kyle, how many times can you say organic in one sentence? We'll see, friends. Don't challenge me with a good time. I'll make it happen, Captain. All right, so let's go ahead and make sure you're not squeezing your loop. Don't squeeze your loop. But you want to tuck this bad boy in here. There we go. Okay, and there's their front. And then we just want to make sure that this is all lined up here. All right, and then we are going to put our ear wires on. And I just have some regular old, funky old loop. Where is the front? I don't know. Which side? Okay. Just some little coily, funky dudes here that for some reason are not really even centered that well. There we go. Oh, that's just too cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And guys, we're just going to put together a real quick bracelet. We're going to string it. Sorry, this is a little bit long. It's taking me an hour to find which side is the proper side. Okay, which side? Okay, that's our front. Sometimes the only problem, and it's not a problem, because some of you beautiful friends don't mind the longer videos, and I appreciate you for that. I try to do shorter ones, longer ones. I try to do, you know, different. But usually these shake and bake, half-baked, they're going to be a little on the longer side. Those are so pretty. I love how they came out. Okay. I think that's on the right side. I'm not even sure now. There we go. So those came out really cute. I don't know why that keeps... There we go. So now let's talk about this bracelet. So I did pull 3 of these out, and I pulled all of... Woohoo! Almost lost that. Don't lose those, Kyle. You only got 1 more left. So, oh, I might need that one, actually. Or are we doing this? Oh, yeah, we're doing that. Okay. And then on either side. And then we'll probably put in, of course... Oh, come on. We'll put these on either side, bloop, bloop, and then bloop, bloop. All right, let's get a piece of, well, we might be using this whole spool. Look at that. All right, let's see how much we have left. Oh, definitely enough for a bracelet. Okay. All right. It's just nice to have a whole little set here. Let me just go ahead and cut myself about 10 inches. I still have a little bit more. I can probably make another bracelet. How much I got on here? Not with this, but... Oh, yeah, there's still another 12 inches on there, so I can still... We didn't use quite all of it. All right, my friends. Let's get our magical crimping pliers. We don't need all of you guys right this second. Okay. So, let's just see... how many inches this takes up. And so I did 2 of the more browner ones on the outside, and then I did the more green one on the inside. Oh shoot. I forgot to put spacers in between those. Okay. It's gonna be okay. I forgot I wanted to space everything out. That's the green one. Okay. Again, it helps with the bracelet. It also helps when you're using, I think, bigger... Oh, I forgot we're using the chunkier beads. I hope this is going to be... I might have to use a 12-inch piece of wire. I forgot about that. But I feel like when you're using a little bit chunkier beads, especially on a bracelet, because the curve is more pronounced, I feel like using some smaller beads is really helpful to kind of get your bracelet to, you know, lay nice across your wrist. That's just my personal idea. I don't know if there's a lot of validity to it, but I mean, I feel like there is. Oh no. Why do I feel like this is already huge? Okay. All right, so here we go. Here is the front portion of our bracelet. Let's measure that and knock all the pliers on the floor. So we're looking at about 4 inches here. Okay. So we want about 7-ish inches. So let's bring in some of our melons and our turquoise magnesite. And also, I might use some of these. Let's bring some of those in. Now, I could have just went with like 1 of these, but I kind of like the 3. I think that's really pretty. All right, let me go ahead. You know what? I'm going to use this bigger piece of wire. This wire looks way too small. I forgot. When we have bigger beads, we have to kind of, you know, take that into account. This end is sticky because it has some tape on it. All right. I know I said I wanted this to be shorter, but it's okay. It'll take me like a minute here. Go ahead and put this little bead stopper on the end. All right. So what have you guys been up to? How was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend? Did you do a lot of fun stuff this weekend? Hopefully your weather was nice. We were supposed to get a lot of rain today, and I'm going to be honest, we didn't really get that much rain today, but the forecast for the next 10 days is nothing but rain and thunderstorms. But whether we'll get them or not, we'll see. I mean, I'm not challenging Mother Nature or anything like that. I'm just saying. All right, my friends. So here we go. And now I think, since we have this little shot of color here, maybe we bring in another brown one. And then we can start on our, do we like that? Or do we just want to bring in these? I guess we bring those in. And I'm going to be using the 8-O's in between. Okay. And let's do 3 of these. And some of these are a lot greener. I'm kind of staying away from these more like green brown ones. I'm sorry if I'm not in view. So I don't mind a little bit more greener ones, but there are some that have some brown tones. All right. So there's, oh shoot. So there's that. Okay, we'll put our little bead stopper, and then we'll do up this side. All right. And we'll see how we like that. Okay. That's pretty. All right, let's see how long this is now. It looks like about 6 inches. Oh, almost, yeah. That's not bad. Okay. So now what are we going to do? Should we add? I guess we can add the brown ones. So we already got them over here. Let's add one on this side. And I don't have any more of the smaller little discs. I have one left, so that will go into my bead soup. So we're done with those. But what else do I have? Oh, I have these. So maybe we'll alternate these. And then we'll do the other side and see how long that is. And we might need to add just 1 or 2 more. Bro, where's your hole? These are so pretty because they're like a marble. And so they're very swirly. So it's hard to see where the holes are sometimes. Because where I think it looks like a hole, it's really just a swirl of color. All right. And let's just finish with one of these and then do the other side. And I think, okay. And I think that should be good. Have you guys been keeping up with Gem Fest? I think today was the first day over there at Sam's Bead Shop. There's a surprise coming. I can't really talk about it much because it's not my surprise, but there's a surprise coming to one day this week over there. Guys, if you want to know the surprise, then you should tune in to all of Sam's live sales this week, especially around Wednesday. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so let's see about where we are here. Let me go get the bracelet cone of shame, which is on the other desk. Just give me 1 second. Guys, I'll be right back. All right, friends, and we're back. And I am actually going to take off these last 2 melons because that makes this if I leave those on and then crimp in with this toggle, because this toggle is about 1/2 inch, I would say, if not 1 inch. Yeah, that would have made our bracelet over 8 inches. It would have made it about, or just at 8 inches. So I think we're going to take those off. All right, and now we are going to crimp our bracelet. I know I took crimp tubes out, but I probably messed them up. Probably did something with them. I know I took them out. Let's put these in here. Maybe they're in this mess. They might have blended. There's the jump rings. Well, friends, that's okay. We can take more crimp tubes out. I try to do this stuff ahead of time. I know I took them out. I just don't know where I put them. I'll find them when I clean up. No problem. Just take 2 more out. There we go. Problem solved. Okay. So let's go ahead and bead buddy this end. And then we are going to, and again, I do believe I'm going to use the jump rings because it just helps the toggle be a little more, helps it to settle in a little nicer if you have some jump rings there. So this is the easy side. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to crimp this side. And we don't need a huge loop because that will just add more and more length. And we don't want this to be an anklet, right? So small loop is fine. Okay. There we go. This is a good crimping day today, my friends. We only messed one up and we were able to save it. So I think we're having a banner day. All right. Oops. I almost cut both wires. That would have been tragic. All right, let's shimmy them down. I probably would have had enough wire on that other piece, but that's okay. All right. And then we're going to shimmy this one in there. And then we're going to put it through this bead here. Maybe. Okay. Going to put it through that first seed bead. Then we're just going to pull this down and then pull it up. Okay. All right. So again, let me just make sure. Yeah, because we're going to add jump rings. Yeah, I think this will be fine. I like to make sure when I'm doing toggles, because obviously you can't add a, well, there might be some toggles you can. I don't want to say obviously because I might be wrong, but most toggles you can't put an extension chain with. So I like to make sure when I'm using a toggle that, I'm just making this a little bit bigger, that we're, you know, we're leaving ourselves room that we don't need a extender chain. So, oh my goodness. Let me just, what? Now that loop has grown. So let me just get in there and shorten that back down a little bit. Oh, I got sweat drip off my nose. I'm having a heat flash. Y'all don't need to know that. I understand. I've been talking a lot about my heat flashes lately. Y'all are probably like, call. Just make that not crunchy. Whew, you guys. Crimping. Okay, looking good. You hear my cat in the background looking for attention. Picking up the pliers I dropped. Okay. All right, my friends. And then we'll go ahead and cut that. And there we have our bracelet. So let's go ahead and put our hardware on it and see how she looks. Now watch, I went through all that and I'm going to measure and it'll be like 5 3/4 of an inch. Like what? This is what, guys, this is why bracelet math, like, I'm not the best at it. That's why I challenge myself with these bracelets lately. All right. Here she is. And let's say our prayers and eat our vitamins and drink our milk and hope that this comes out okay. That's for all you Hulk Hogan fans out there. I don't know if there's any out there, but I'm a fan. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with this jump ring? It does not want to, oh, there we go. It was like it's stuck on itself. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, here we go, guys. A moment of truth. See, if you don't have this jump ring here, it gets really stiff and it's hard to do that. Oh, that looks huge. Okay. Well, here we go, guys. I'm crossing myself now. Oh man, it was, look, it's 8 inches. Oh, you guys, I think I'm gonna have to take this out. That's way too long. That's 8 inches, going on 8 1/4 inches. That's crazy. Okay, well, that's okay, guys. That is a big bracelet. But I think I am going to remake this with that other piece of wire, see if I have enough. And I'm just going to take these 2 drucks out here. And I think that will make this, yeah, that's what we're going to do, friends. We're going to take those 2 drucks out. But let me go ahead and put the whole set on the board here so you can see her. We did almost a whole set, guys. We didn't do a ring. I don't really make rings too often. So I probably will not make many rings here. I'm just letting you know. I don't really enjoy the ring making. I might try to challenge myself someday and make one, but that day is not today. All right. I just love, love, love how this came out. It's just so pretty. And here we go, my friends. Here's our beautiful set for today. I will be modifying that bracelet in eventually this stuff will go into my shop. I just want to share with you, if you've been here this long, my friends, if you are still here, I don't know where to put this. I'm just going to put it here. If you are still here, I'm going to lift you up a little bit too. Then you deserve to see some inside action. So let me just show you real quick some inside action. This is what somebody looks like that does not like the business part of jewelry making. I just like being a maker and, you know, doing my thing. Here's all the jewelry that I have yet to photograph, my friends. This is a bunch of earrings. Look how pretty these are. I didn't do these on camera. I did these with a past Jesse James box. Aren't they so pretty? Look at that little paper, that crane. And then I just use that particular box came with these little tiny, what is that, fluorite? I think it's fluorite. I'm not 100% sure. But I thought those were beautiful. So I didn't make those on video. Not all of these are made on video. Some of them are. You might recognize some. But here's the earrings I have to photograph. Like, and then here's some more stuff I have to photograph. A bunch more earrings. Bracelets. Like, I didn't make this on camera either. Isn't this pretty? Not this one. Well, this one's cute too. This is all about sunshine. That's really pretty. But look at this really pretty bracelet. So I made this a bracelet when I was thinking about that 60s box. And this is actually what why Danielle sent me the box. Because I was like, I was watching Jody's bracelet. I think she made a bracelet or something with that 60s box. And I was like, I have to make one. But I used beads from my stash because I didn't have that box. And then a week later, that box showed up. So, but I just thought that was a really cute set. But anyway, so I have all this. Like, guys, some of these projects are some of them you might recognize are from a while ago. And then it's not done yet. So those are the bracelets. These are the bracelets and the earrings. And then we've got all these necklaces. Guys, it's so much. I have to take pictures of all of this stuff this week so I can start updating my Etsy shop because it's just sitting here. And I wish, you know, I could just make the jewelry and it could just magically appear, you know, on my Etsy shop and I didn't have to take all the photos and all that kind of stuff. But guys, this will probably also be on my Etsy shop eventually. So I will let you guys know when I update my Etsy shop in case there was any pieces that you've seen that I've made recently A lot of things that I make will go into my Etsy shop. Not everything, but I'll let you guys know when I update that. So until then, my loves, keep planting your magical beans and keep glowing and growing and being kind to yourselves. Yeah. And until next time, love you guys so much. Keep planting your magical beans. Bye.